video, we are going to take a look at the API Design Studio within APIwiz and an overview of it. To start off, you can access this module by clicking here. Overall, you have different kinds of Design Studio where you can design a REST API, async API, and a GraphQL API. In this video, we are going to take a look at the overview of the REST API design. Right away, you get a list of all your API designs available. The indicator before everything shows the status of the API design. You can also use this button to filter the approve, as the green represents approved, deprecated, or retired. Not only that, you can filter API list based on various teams. So you can take all the APIs only related to the infra team which are in approved state. Same thing is visible here as well. In the main area, first you get the general information of the API. If you click on this button, you get inside the editor editing this API. For each API, there are different revisions and environment tagged to it. So in this case, for the loan sanction API, I'm looking at the revision 6, which is in the environment production. APIwiz also has linting rules available, which is the design time governance. A detailed dive into this is available in a separate playlist on this channel. What it enables is, while you have published your API design, it gets simultaneously checked for linting, and all the errors that you have made in the design are categorized into errors, warnings, and information. The rules related to this API can be selected from here. There are different rule sets inside which there are the rules which are defined. So you can filter it by specific rule set or just use a combined view. Next, we get a list of all the paths and methods that are there inside this given API. Next, if this API is in published state, then definitely it is also experiencing some traffic incoming and outgoing. This specific compliance widget tells you how much percentage of your API is having compliant traffic. The compliance here is checking whether it is following the intended design of this API. If you have mentioned few headers in your API design, whether the transaction in that API is having the same header values. So this gives you whether your API is behaving the way it is intended in the design. Since APIwiz is governance-based API management, you have different data models that you have to define in advance. You can define your data models by clicking on components, which are pre-declared reusable components for creating an API design. A deeper dive into it will be in the next video. Next, we have different metadata for a given API design. Like you can tag a team, partner, or product. You can configure these partner and products from the configuration inside APIwiz. Now, if we head over onto the left side, you can get approval settings where you can set the minimum number of approvals required, people who will be the approver, and the type of approval. Next, we have the components. If you click on it, you get different components that you can reuse across all your APIs. This helps all our users to have governed API design which follow the organizational style guides. We will dive deeper into it in the upcoming video. Next, we have the search, which we can use to query specific API from the list, and a create button. So that's all for the overview of APIwiz API Design Studio. In the next one, we will see how we can create our first API.